Hey guys, welcome to me and my iPhone stand. And maybe we'll have a background. Stay tuned. I'm really excited about being here because this is our first show in 2 weeks, and by ours, I mean mine. So welcome in. We have, I guess, a lot to talk about since it's been 2 weeks. There we go. Look at me. And quite honestly, I have no idea what the B's stand for. If I go too far off, you can see where my camera ends. But yeah, I don't really get this. But it's part of the scene now. I should have replaced it with our own logo, but I kind of like the B thing. I don't know if there's any iPhone users out there, but what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. I have the Restream chat pulled up, so just say hello. But yeah, I don't really know what the B is for, so I'm gonna go with, like, if you guys are iPhone users, it happened to me a lot this morning. For some reason, whenever I start talking, it says, "What's up, B?" Or, "Yeah, no, I feel you, B." And I'm like, I'm not, I think that I'm that hard, but I'm not. So I'm not trying to fake it or anything with that. But anyways, welcome into the Sprots Takes pre-show. My name is GATT. We have this portion sponsored by the letter B, because I'm into Sesame Street. We can start with things that are named with the first letter being B. It's like Sesame Street, but like Sprots Street. It's a lot easier that way. But no. Hey guys, thanks for piling in here. I know this is the first show that we've done in a while, and I keep saying we. I guess since I have more than one personality, I can keep saying we. But it's been 2 weeks, so I'm like, hey, we got to get something out there because I've been to a preseason game in that time. I've started a new company. If you guys missed that announcement on the 31st, when I did this show solo for the first time in a while, we decided to part ways. Megan is no longer with Sprots Takes, so she's doing her own thing. Best of luck to her. But Sprots Takes is 100% me now. And I'm kind of excited about it because it's been one of those things that I think anyone that's worked with me can tell you I'm a control freak and a half. And I just like things my way. Also, I need Kevin to come and co-host the show with me. Who doesn't want to see a basset hound next to me? Like, come on. So now that I'm doing this solo, I took last week off to focus on my GATT media announcement, which was so much fun. And I've been doing like a little bit of overhaul, I guess, on Instagram and trying to figure out what I want to do with my own personal Sprots GATT brand. So that'll be coming soon. I can't really talk much about what I'm up to because, well, first of all, real G's don't announce their moves. Like, let's be honest. We don't need to be like, hey guys, I'm thinking about doing something I've always wanted to do. I said that yesterday on Instagram. I'm like, your friends and family are tired of hearing about your ideas. Just get out there and fucking do them. It's not that hard. And if it is too difficult for you to do, contact me. I'm a new age consultant that will tell you how to run your shit. And yes, Scrunchy Gang, what's up, David? I'm wearing a pink wig for your pink hoodie. There you go. No, this is not my real hair. It's Wig Wednesday, duh. But the reason that I'm wearing this, because I don't have my mane back yet. Like, it's almost there. But I just got my roots and everything done, so I didn't look like Tanya Harding anymore. Even though I kind of was digging it. Like, the trashy, like, root showing vibe was kind of my thing for a little bit. Until I was like, this is getting out of control. And so I was rocking it for as long as I could. Couldn't do it anymore. Had to switch back to the all over like Draco Malfoy looking hair that I have now. But once I get my incredible extensions that bless the person that grew that hair for me, because I can't, I will be back to my own hair. But I just love wigs. Like, who doesn't? They scare people when they walk into my room. The last person that was in my room, Casey, we went to the pre-season game together. Casey Sager, you guys probably know her on Twitter. She's at the Sager Bomb. If you don't know her, then you should definitely follow her. She's a fucking hoot. And when she's not a hoot, she is standing up for whatever it is that is bothering her that day. And it's kind of impressive. Like, I wish I had as many like cojones as she does, because I just get tired fighting anymore. I think I'm too old to fight, but you know, whatever. Back to my wigs being in my room. They're like lined up on the wall, like with little heads and stuff. So I get that it can be kind of weird. First day, new lips. But yeah, so we've been busy doing 100 things. What have I done this morning for some reason is in the show notes. I don't really know what I did this morning. But apparently that's a big burning question. But it's been 2 weeks since I did the show. So I guess like the launch happened August 7th. So GATT Media, which is basically an all-inclusive one-stop shop for consulting your brand and your dreams and your ideas. Because your friends and family might tell you that like, yeah, that's a great idea, buddy, but they might be tired of hearing about it. So they might just be telling you that. So if you ever want to cut the shit and get a real opinion, an outside opinion, where I don't profit, you know, unless you do, kind of. But my business model is getting there. But it was just really something that I wasn't sure was going to be what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure if I was going to be, I don't want to say taken seriously because I don't want to be taken seriously like, wow, we got to get this chick on NPR. She has a lot of great content. No, I want you to look at the authentic self that I am, which minus the fake hair and nails and lashes and spray tan and everything, totally real. But, you know, it's just something that I don't think that they have. Yes, I am Luke Skywalker. Look, I can go like this. I have no arms. There it is. I'm missing it. R.I.P. hand, left hand. It was left-handers day yesterday. And of course we had to share the Patrick Mahomes left-hand pass. But no, so like in general, I was concerned. I'm going to stop moving my hands so you guys aren't distracted by them. But in general, it's kind of one of those things that you don't know if you're ever going to be transitioned to that outgoing media personality that people are just like, wow, she's crazy, to, hey, I can actually help you with your company. If I've been able to stay gainfully employed for 4 years or so on my own, I think I know what I'm doing by now, but it doesn't always fit. Like, I'm not going to come in and tell you how to, like, you know, jumpstart your local paper. I think we can all tell you that, you know, Brent's dead. I don't want to say it out loud because I'm not quite there yet, because my favorite thing to do is read, but you know, not everybody feels that way. So yeah, it was scary. And I thought that there was going to be a lot more blowback on like, hey, you're a dumbass. Why would we ever pay you to help us like figure out our company? But more or less, it's like, holy shit, we're so happy that you decided to go out on your own and do this. We've been waiting for you to go solo for a while. And I'm like, huh? Why didn't anybody tell me this? They did. I just didn't listen. Shocking, I know. But it was crazy because my phone kept ringing off the hook that day. And people were just like, hey, let's talk. Hey, let's do this project. Hey, I can't wait to work together. So thank you to all of you that have been reaching out and supportive. Thanks for all your love and support. And, you know, all the shameless ass kissing that you guys gave me was absolutely beautiful. It's 100% what I needed. And needed to hear that, you know, it's a good thing that I've decided to get off my ass and actually tell people about what I've been doing for the last 8 months besides growing hair. So yeah, our first venture with GATT Media is going to be Kansas City Skip Day. So this is not my brainchild. I'm just going to throw this out there. It is not my idea. It is an idea that a good friend of mine, Jeremy Willis, came up with, and he's been talking about it for years, right? He's the guy that has this great idea and needed someone, I'm not going to take credit for this, someone to help make the idea come to life, narrow down the vision, and make it happen. So that's what we've been doing. Ever since we had our Free of Cancer Staying Alive party, which was amazing, I was like, holy shit, this dude knows how to put on events. Like, we're talking multiple DJs throughout the day, great drink specials, giveaways, raffles, silent auctions, vendor spaces. Like, it was fucking packed. So we had a blast. And so we're like, how can we make something that is going to be like an adult version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, essentially. So we're going to be having an all-day day drinking, brunch, There's going to be different yard games and stuff. More importantly, there's going to be live music all day long in Leawood. If you are a cop, just know that we are a peaceful people. We are just drinking, having brunch, listening to some jams, bopping around on the patio with our friends. So please don't come by and stop it, because that would be rude. Sorry, I'm pulling up my show notes. One-man operation here. Deal with it. And so that's going to be on August 29th. It will be probably a day that you should not be driving. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. With the tickets, you can break them up to all day is $50, where you get fed all day long and you get drinks included with that. Drink tickets. It's Kansas. We can't do unlimited, so we got you. There's going to be fundraising for Blue Valley Education Fund, which a lot of you might say, oh, does Blue Valley really need more money? And you know what? Probably. I think we all need more money. So this is going to be an event that we look to grow in the future and give back to different neighborhoods, give back to different areas. So Skip Day, Kansas City is the first of many. We look forward to seeing you out there. I'm fucking stoked. But at any time that I get to go out and day drink as a promotion, I'm going to be sold. I haven't embarked on that journey yet. So if anybody wants to come join me and help me work while day drinking at various locations of bars, I'm not going to like Applebee's. Applebee's unfollowed me on Twitter the other day, and it was really brutal because they used to follow me and I just like relied on them to always follow me, and they cut me off. I don't know why. And hey, Kristen, look, all of you guys, did you say Brooke's dead or Print is dead? Yikes. Brooke Pryor is not dead. And nor should you be sending your death threats, anybody. So let's just put that out there. I feel like as much shit as I've talked about Brooke Pryor, I should probably like just say, hey, I don't wish any ill will on her. I just wish that she would find another career that she's actually good at. So anyways, we are going to be talking about the preseason game, because isn't that fun? The preseason game was probably one of my favorite preseason games I've been to, because it's the first one I've been to since 2014. I'm not a preseason person. Like, I like to go to shit when it counts. Like, would you go to, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I don't want to do a metaphor. My brain's not in metaphor mode. I've been given metaphors all morning today, and I'm just like, please make it stop. So we're going to switch over to the on air. Hold on. Ready? Look, it's me, but closer. I know. People that are listening to the podcast are probably like, what is she talking about? But more importantly, why aren't you actually watching the show? Half of the fun is that you get to see me. Okay, maybe that's just my half of the fun. I said I was going to stop moving my hands around too, and I just haven't. So you're welcome. But no, we have, let me pull this over here. But no, preseason was different. I didn't get out there. We didn't head there until about 4, which, knowing the group of people that we were around, kind of impressive. It was our good friend. I don't know if you guys remember Jess Maddox. She was with us 2014, 2015, 2016. She was constantly like on air at events with us and stuff. And then she moved away. She's an asshole. She was just pursuing her own life. Weird, I know. But we've known each other since the, what up, Madeline? We've known each other since the K-State days. If you didn't know, I went to K-State University, the Harvard of the Midwest. She was in the football training. I was in the basketball world. So like things were just a little bit, we were really professional back then. Like we were very put together. I wasn't, she was. And so now that we're both adults, which is weird, she's a business owner and works nonstop and is a dog mama 3. She's getting married, all this shit. So we don't spend a lot of time together. So she's like, hey, tailgating, Buzzy's birthday, that's her fiance, come up and join us. I was like, hell yes, let's do this. I'm always down to tailgate with friends. And then it just so happened that my girl, Casey Sager, is in town from Atlanta. I think she's moving here. I think it's official, but we just need to get her stuff here. So if anyone is coming from Atlanta to Kansas City and would like to pick up all of her belongings and bring them here for free, that would be great. That's such a a niche thing to ask somebody, such a specific thing to ask somebody. I don't see any way, shape, or form that's gonna actually happen. So It'd be nice. So if you know of any transport groups that want to just help us out, she's not living with me, so don't think that I'm like adopting people again. I did say 2019 was the year of no more Captain Save-A-Ho GATT. I'm over it. It took me until August to like fully blossom into this creature that I am in. I just, not I'm in, that I am. That my hands are distracting me. I need to stop with the hands. I'm going to keep them on the keyboard, so then that way they can't do anything else. I literally have my hands like this right now. Okay, putting them down. Not gonna move them again. But no, so we were out in the parking lot, but I didn't understand it because we're not G, and like, I don't know if you guys also experienced this. We were out at the preseason game, but the parking was weird. It was kind of empty on the sides, and I mean, we were out there like 4:15, 4:30-ish, and I don't know who these people were, but somebody told me that these parking lot attendants are actually volunteers that are like high school kids, and they're trying to like direct traffic. And out of all the parking spaces in the entire lot of Arrowhead, my hands moved again, they kept putting us closer and closer to each other. And I'm like, look, driving the new Mercedes, don't really want people touching it, hitting it, whatever. So what do? They park me in the middle of like all these people. And I'm like, screw this. I'm over it. I pulled forward, broke the law. Parking chick looked overwhelmed, sweaty, and tired. I was not trying to piss her off, but oh my God, she was like maybe 12, maybe. Arrowhead, stop being so cheap. You make billions of dollars every year. Pay your parking lot employees, so maybe they might be good at the job, but it might just be a preseason thing. I don't know. It was stressful, and so I'm not going back out to any more preseason games. I will not be out at Arrowhead until a month and a week from now. God help everyone. I don't even know what I'm doing for the tailgate yet, besides not moving my hands while I talk. So if you guys have a really fun home opener tailgate for me to come join, for me to come crash, I would love to. I don't know if I'm taking my dad or if I'm taking my buddy Andy that's flying in from California, maybe. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce that, but sorry if it was a surprise. Hopefully they don't watch my show. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, that was going to the preseason game. I'm on club level this year, and I left my ID in the car, and I'm like, I'm 31 years old. I know I might look not 31, but trust me, I am. My body is very much 31. And I left my ID. So this guy, this is my problem. I love ginger men, okay? I think we just need to clarify this. I love ginger men. I think they're incredibly attractive, okay? But there's ginger men that are attractive, and there's ginger men that have like beady little eyes, and they're like, ugh, God, I can't. Like, I know ginger is not a race, it's just like a hair color, but like, I'm a ginger, okay? I get it. I was born with red hair, reddish, blondish hair. But like, this dude had like these beady little eyes, and I'm like, I'm sorry that you have butthole eyes and that you're mad that you're working, and I just would like an alcohol, that's it. But he was really jerk. He was a big jerk. He was a real big jerk off. There we go. If I'm gonna insult someone, I should probably know how to say he was a jerk or he was a jerk off. I need to make up my mind. But yeah, it was like, what the fuck, dude? Really? Okay, so he made somebody else who I thought this dude was just buying our drinks. I'm like, okay. But I realized I looked like a middle school gym teacher with my hair up and my Bermuda shorts on. So I wasn't exactly rocking the hot look. And so I was just like, okay, this guy has to pay for it. And then I had to leave. I had to leave the counter and like walk off to the hallway, putting my hands down, the hallway until he came over and like gave us the beers. I'm like, and because Casey's from Atlanta and she only has one ID in form of identification with like some cash and a ticket, I'm like, really? You think that we're underage drinking? Okay. All right. I mean, I'm not going to be mad that you think I'm underage, but I will be. Actually, funny story. So with that being said, I was just a little bit taken aback by the fact that I was getting carded and I had to like go scurry to my seat. So I'm going to take a quick break here and we're going to get back to more preseason talk. What else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about a lot of things. A lot of the jackass of the week we got to get to. We got to talk about why I'm mad at all of Kansas City right now. And then we'll get back to all of that, but we'll be right back after the break. Guys, GATT here from Sprots Steaks. You know the other night when we had one of our legendary happy hours? You know how that goes. Drinks, good times, great conversation, more drinks, and then maybe a shot or two. So I called my Z trip and went home, and that was that. Next morning, I felt like death. Horrible. One of the worst hangovers of my life. But I didn't let that ruin the next day. Instead, I called Recovery Hydration Therapy.
Hi, I'm Meredith with Recovery Hydration Therapy, and I'm here with GATT, and she's getting the extreme hangover treatment.
They came right over, gave me an IV. They gave me something to fix my headache right away.
So she got a couple liters of fluid. She's got vitamin B complex in there, mag, Toradol for anti-inflammatory, as well as some additional electrolytes and some Zofran for her nausea. Colors returning.
No headache, no nausea. I'm back to normal, 100%.
Would you do it again?
Would I get that drunk again? No. Would I want a hangover like this? Only if they were around. We're back. Shortest break ever. I didn't even get to smoke weed. How rude. So anyways, we were talking about preseason stuff. If you guys didn't know, I went to the preseason game and my background's still not loading. I went to the preseason game with Casey Sager, a good friend of mine. We have hung out now multiple times, so we can say that. I mean, we've been friends on the internet, so what's the harm of talking about how we're friends in real life too? It's fun. She had actually called me that afternoon and was like, GATT, I've got all these tomatoes. Do you need any tomatoes? And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I never had somebody be like, I have a problem that I can't text about. I had to call you. And I was like, okay, so what do you need from me? And turns out she has all these tomatoes. So I now have all these tomatoes, so I've been living off of caprese salads. If anybody was wondering why I'm eating so much mozzarella cheese, it is because I have tomatoes now that I have to eat. And I'm really excited for whenever my browser comes back into play. Today has been fun. It wasn't as much fun as preseason football, where we all watched practice, and it came down to 17-38 was the final score. And I thought that was just the most Kansas City thing ever. Maybe because I have 1738. Hey! I'm like, I would move it forward, but no, I don't really feel like finagling anything. I finally got this thing to work. Maybe. We're going to see if this is even going to pop up. It's been a good few minutes now, and the background's not loaded. It'll just be a surprise whenever it is. So whatever. And then later that weekend, what was I doing? I was mad because I woke up on Sunday and everyone knows, it's very obvious, that my favorite activity on Sunday mornings is brunch. I like to be invited to brunch. Will I always be able to go to brunch? Probably not, but I like being invited either way. It makes me happy. So we were sitting around and I don't think we even got out of the house till 2:30, but I was complaining that I wasn't invited to brunch. So that was my recap of my very exciting weekend that I sat around complaining and driving the majority of it. What a time spent. So I'm going to try to go back to the pre-show thing and see if that loads. And then we'll go back. I'm not an IT expert. I think we all know this. I don't think it's a surprise. So just deal with it. I'm going to put the skip day. I wanted to put the skip day logo up, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe it'll come in. Maybe it won't. The starting stream part worked. The background might not. So we'll just see. Thanks for your patience. But no, so when we were talking about the preseason stuff, I said I was going to tell you about the game, but there really wasn't much to talk about other than me being mad at the alcohol guy. Then we went to Tanner's. After the game, we got back all the way to my home turf and decided to stop in there. And those are the next wings that I'm going to review. I've decided. One of my good friends is the head chef, kitchen manager over there. I don't know. Do you call a guy a head chef at Tanner's? I'm like, he's the HBIC. There we go. HBIC at Tanner's in the kitchen, Wade. And he's been convinced that I have no taste because I love the peanut wings. And a lot of you feel the same. I didn't realize that this was a thing. Like, people do not like the peanut in their wings. So when I was like, yeah, I mean, obviously the peanut has the best wings, right? And then you guys are like, no, GATT, you're incredibly wrong. Let us tell you why. And I'm like, really? Am I that wrong to where like you guys don't believe that I can, do these things on my own? It's kind of rude. I can kind of figure out wings. I think that's the one thing I can do. But no, nobody wanted to agree with me really that the peanut has the best overall wings. Tower Tavern was incredible. I gave it a low score because I was starting out and I'm like, my favorite wing would be if the peanut didn't do the flamingo style wings and did just like the regular ones. That would be ideal, but that's also not how they operate. So I can't tell someone, hey, my ideal wing situation, all flats, extra crispy, sauce on the side, because, I'm difficult and I like a lot of choices, which is evident by my love life. Duh. I'm not going to go into that. I'm kind of mad that this background's not working, so I apologize. It is going to drive me insane until it like actually works. So that's fine. Just listen to me bitch about it. It'll be a lot of fun. But no, that was the one thing. I'm doing a Q&A over on Instagram today, and I should just call Thunderdome back because he just called me. But I'm doing a Q&A today over on Instagram, and a lot of the questions, I'll read through some of them to you because they're intense. Okay, let's see. I've already answered Cardi B or Nicki. I want to clarify this because, one, I'm not a huge fan of Cardi B or Nicki. I don't like hearing rap about someone's genitals all the time. Okay, this is my thing. But you're asking me to pick Cardi B or Nicki. I'm going to pick Cardi B. Nicki seems full of anger lately. She seems like a hater. She seems like she's not exactly adjusting to not being in the limelight as well. When she was one of the only like mainstream female rappers out there and was absolutely killing it. I liked her because she wasn't worried about what everybody else was doing. But now that's not really the case. She's a little bit obsessed about what everyone else is up to. So that's why I was just like, I'll go with Cardi. But I love that one because it was easy and it was silly and it was something that I could just answer. And don't worry, I did it while in the shower because I have no professionalism. Yay. So the other ones were like, what's your favorite strain for nausea? How do you stay not aging? Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thoughts on hula hanas, not hula hands, hula hanas. My favorite one is David's, what flavor of popcorn are you? Because that is a really good question. I would have to say I'm Chicago style. So caramel and cheddar mixed together. Emphasis on cheese. Less caramel, more cheese. That would be my perfect popcorn. I would say extra butter because I'm smooth like that, but I'm not smooth at all. I could show you how not smooth I am by the fact that I was not inebriated on Friday night. I was sober as it gets, and yet I bruised the ever-loving shit out of my leg. What was I doing? God only knows. Was I running into something? Probably. Yeah. My name's Gracie, not graceful. Okay? That's another question that everybody asked me. But I already answered it on my other Instagram Q&A. Everyone was like, hey, what does GATT actually stand for? And I'm like, there are so many answers I could come up with. Like Gertrude, Agnes, Terrell. I'll stick with my real last name. Gertrude Agnes Terrell. Somebody I won't say somebody because I can say this because she will literally tell anyone that walks in. My girlfriend Kristen that works as a bartender at shocking Tanner's likes to tell people that my name GATT stands for giant anal tumor. That's super sweet of her and really means a lot. Really means a lot that when I come in after a long day of usually bullshitting, that I sit down and I'm treated with such respect and love. And that's, that's part one of like ways to, keep me absolutely intrigued and interested in you is insult me, because not very many people do. And when I don't know if it's like they're afraid or something, but I'm like, I'm really not that scary. I say that, but I might be exaggerating. I kind of can be. But that was like, thank you. I knew I was going to love this place when she's like, I always thought GATT stood for giant anal tumor. And then we'll tell anyone and everyone that ass. Thank you, Kristen. You're the real MVP. So yeah, there's usually just a level of how much like I can expose on Instagram stories, how much I can actually talk about. But my real name is Gracie Ann Terrell. I was named after my great aunt, Grace, and she was a badass out in California and probably cooler than I will ever be. And they named me after her, which is cool. I like it, but I'm just not a Grace or a Gracie or a Gracie Ann. That's what people say to me when I'm in trouble. They're like, Gracie Ann. It's usually when I've done something that I shouldn't have done, like text an ex or invite all my boyfriends to the bar and just see what happens. Then of course everyone is wondering the obvious thing. And the obvious thing to me is, I guess, you have how many boyfriends? And I'm like, look, I have one now. I'm monogamous and it's stressful. I mean, good God, like one person, I don't know how you guys do it. So yeah, that's what I've been up to that's what I've been up to today, is answering questions on Instagram. There's a lot more that I'm going to get to. If I haven't gotten to yours yet, they're probably inappropriate and or need a longer response. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I will get through the rest of this stuff real quick. Yeah. Let me get through the rest of this stuff known as my show that I've prepped for the majority of the day, as I call stuff, because I want to get back to talking about myself on Instagram. At least I'm honest. Just like Marianne Williamson. I've been watching videos of her for the last hour too. So I think I might be a little bit in the stars and weird because I'm a little bit obsessed with how out there she is. Is that a nice way to put it? I'm going to add a background to this scene because it is annoying me. So just stay tuned and stay put. It's going to be on here. And it's going to be live as I do this. So you guys can see the ridiculous amount of dumb shit that I do behind the scenes. Should I be at a news desk? Let's send it to the back. Okay. You can't see me, but now you can. There. Okay. Why did I not do this all along? Why did I not have this back here? Marianne Williamson inspired me. Be the change you want to see. Or whatever the hell she says. But no, so yes, I would like to get back to Instagram and talking about myself because that's just who I am as a person. But I also, this weekend in Kansas City, I don't know what is wrong with everyone here. I don't know if we're fighting each other for some reason. I don't know if this is a really, summertime to me, I thought people would be lethargic and just kind of chilling. That was kind of my thing. I was like, okay, you guys are just going to be, everyone's going to be at ease. Thought that would be where the summer is headed. It's too damn hot out to be fighting, let alone fighting with guns. And an 8-year-old boy was sleeping in his home and was killed either by stray bullets or planned fire into this house, sleeping and killed in his room. So what the fuck, Kansas City? This isn't cool. Then we had a guy, what was it, yesterday? Day before? Can't keep track. Too much fucking murder in this city. Went up to Country Sweets or whatever it was, said, hey, I killed my wife. You should probably call the cops. I'm heading towards Legends. What the actual hell? Kansas City is not like, okay, I will take this back. Kansas City has been a violent city for a long time. It's not just lately. It's not just now. I'm not going to put this on any one person. I'm not going to say, well, ever since Trump came into office, like that's not what we're doing. But I will say that there was a shirt when I was younger that I remember seeing, and that somebody else, my ex actually, was like, I remember this shirt, and it had a machine gun on it, and it said, welcome to Kansas City, duck motherfucker. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. We don't have that much gun violence. Like, why would we ever need a shirt like that? No, actually we do. And it's a fucking problem. So we have not a gun problem, not a mental, I don't know what the problem is besides we have a murder problem. I'm not gonna blame it on anything besides what the hell, we are better than this. Then I see like some former Chiefs cheerleader is outside Cigar box after some kids. This is going to be the jackass of the week. I was like, I'm not going to narrow it down to just one person, but you know what? Surprise, I am. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but her first name is like Nicole, and it's like Cueze, Cuezze. But what I've gathered is that on Facebook, this guy was outside the Cigar box, saw this lady yelling at a group of kids, which first of all, if you're like 18 to 21 and you're hanging out in Westport, and you probably like shouldn't be, or you shouldn't just be sitting on the side of the road, right? Like it's typical of Westport area, Crossroads area, anywhere really, to have an outside like presence during the summer. People are either going to festivals, walking things. Good news, someone got shot at First Fridays a couple weeks ago. Like, come on, it's crazy. But anyways, there's a lot of people out and about. It's the weekend, you know this. Kids, if you are under 21, just stay away from it, okay? You're gonna be in the way. You can't go do anything. Walking around is just gonna cause problems. Find something else to do until you are 21. And even then, when you are 21 and you're just hanging out outside a bar, chances are bad things are gonna happen. So just be smart about this, right? This lady was smoking. These kids apparently from her side of the story were hitting on her or like harassing her or saying things to her. So instead of being smart, going back inside and getting someone or waiting until somebody can come out and smoke with you, she decided to start yelling back at them. And some bystanders caught her, and she told these kids that were, I believe, of African descent to go back to their country. What the fuck? Like, it's 2019. Tell the kids, you, like, fuck off. Like, I mean, when kids, like, 18, 19-year-olds harass me, I'm like, look, your dad probably follows me on Instagram. This is weird, okay? Like, let's just cut this shit. There's a lot of other ways to handle it. Should those kids have been harassing her if they were? No, probably not. Leave women alone. If they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you. It's nothing personal. We're just tired sometimes. I just don't want to talk to anyone, male or female. Weird that people think I'm intimidating. I will talk to you if you see me out in public. Just say hello. But it was ridiculous. And I'm sitting here like, Kansas City, we can do better than this. Murder and racial bullshit doesn't need to happen. Like, I made it 31 years without, murdering somebody. It's pretty exciting. Made it 31 years without telling someone to go back to their country. So that's pretty exciting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting seeing all the bad things going on in Kansas City when this city is so great for so many reasons. I brag about the city all the time. So stop fucking embarrassing me. If I'm telling you, everyone, Kansas City is the best city in the damn world, and you guys are out here killing everybody and saying rude things to people that are not from here or that they are from here, and you're just being a judgy, racist asshole, it's kind of hard to tell everyone this is the best city ever. Come to Kansas City, bring a bulletproof vest. That's what I'm going to have to start telling people. Wear a GoPro. Wear a front camera. That's ridiculous. So I would just like you all to do better, okay? That's my Marianne Williamson vibe. My favorite thing that I saw this week, I'm not really a big Jimmy Fallon fan, sorry, but he did this game called Is It Marianne Williamson or Dumbledore? And these quotes were ridiculous. We're talking dark psychic forces. At one point, he even pulled out a Harry Potter quote talking about what a, not legend or hero Harry Potter is, but what a guiding light he is. And the person's like, well, that has to be Dumbledore, because why would Marianne Williamson be giving quotes about Harry Potter? Good news, it was Marianne Williamson. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking about her at some point, but she's fascinating, so maybe not. But speaking of politics, oh my God. Yesterday was hilarious. I need to just start from the beginning here because it was too much fun, and I'm going to have to go on Twitter to do so just deal with it. Yesterday, if you missed the internet, there is a conversation where Barstool Presidente, Dave Portnoy, said, heard Ringer employees want to unionize. Little refresher how I feel about unions. And he posted a link, and it was about how unions are stupid and basically how he hates them. And here it is. He said, I hope and pray that Barstool employees try to unionize. I'm not going to try and hide my phone. You guys know that I'm reading off of it. I can't tell you how much I want them to unionize, just so I can smash their little union to smithereens. Nothing would please me more than to break it into a million little pieces. Oh, you think you deserve health insurance? You don't think you should have to work with squirrels in the office? You don't think I should duct tape Hank to the walls? Well, now you can't leave. No more free water, no more vacation days. I'm gonna dump rats in the walls. You haven't seen anything yet. Unionize Nate. Unionize Trent. I dare you. Trent, you'll be back working security at Walmart in a blink of an eye. KFC will be doing my accounting. No more fancy pants weddings. Hank will be an exhibit at a museum of science. Unionize, I dare you. If you don't get this already, Barstool is home of some of the biggest trolls. Like, we're talking, these are the same people that were like free Tom Brady, protesting, got arrested for protesting at the NFL offices. They're incredible mastermind trolls. So the problem is that the internet and Twitter in general is just so goddamn woke about everything now that no one can realize when things are a joke and when they're not. So luckily, we have gyms like this where people that write for live science, whatever, tweeted back at the Prez, if you work for Barstool and want to have a private chat about the unionization process, sorry, I'm just looking down, I should probably look up, how little power your boss has to stop you and how you can leverage that power to make your life better, my DMs are open. Look at this white knight coming in to save the day. Dave Portnoy immediately fires back, quote tweets, of course, he's king of quote tweets. If you work for Barstool and DM this man, I will fire you on the spot. People continue. Big Cat immediately decides to jump in to this guy, this writer for Live Science DMs, and says, who do you think will win the dip-off this morning? Continues. Here's a Madden code for PS4. Okay, so you read that and you see that Big Cat's been a big part of Barstool for a while now. Do you really think that he's gonna go and say I need to unionize and DM some person? And it's just hilarious to me that people think this is real. They think that holy shit, Barstool is such a horrible freaking person. Dave Portnoy is a celebrated boss to anyone that works at Barstool, from what I've heard. And he is incredibly lenient with his employees and pays them all really well because he knows how fucking hard they work for him, because Barstool is one of the fastest growing media companies out there. I don't have a problem with them. If you have a problem with Barstool, I'm sorry, that sounds personal. You might not like fun. And so somebody was like, to whom it may concern, I've taken a screenshot of this tweet as evidence of illegal retaliation against employees lawfully exercising their labor rights. To be absolutely clear, the threat in with the tweet by Stool Presidente, to which I am replying, is illegal. Wow, these fucking soldiers out here. He responds back, cry about it. He just keeps going and going and going and going, to the point that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, chimes in. If you're a boss tweeting firing threats to employees trying to unionize, you are likely breaking the law and can be sued, in your own words, on the spot. All workers in the U.S. have the protected freedom to organize for better conditions. Where are we in life that no one can take a fucking joke? It is hilarious watching people stumble over themselves to be like, told you, Barstool's trash. Barstool's trash. And I'm like, Barstool to you might be trash, but to people with a sense of humor, it's fucking funny. Do they go over the boundaries a lot? Yes. Do they get rid of those people that cross boundaries that they don't actually agree with? Yes. Is it always perfect? No. Is your job always perfect? People that with HR departments are usually some of the most like scandalous people I've ever met in my life. People that like, I just try to keep an HR head around. I'm like, you know that everyone here is banging, okay? Let's be honest. They've made shirts, Union Buster. They've made trending news. Like, you guys are absolutely stupid if you actually think Dave Portnoy is serious. And then this morning, of course, it was hilarious. Somebody came up and was like, who was it? I can't remember what. The Clem report said, I just asked Stool Presidente if I could show up to a work an hour late because it is my daughter's first day of kindergarten. And this was his response before firing me. And it's just a gif of him being like, no. And he said, if everybody came in late on their kid's first day of school, we'd have to start late and I'd lose money. You get paid to be here. I don't care about your dumbass kids. Not my problem. To which I immediately responded with the best Michael Jordan quote, kind of all time. Fuck them kids. This is all a giant ploy to get his clicks and everything else up. You know what happened? He went from 944,000 to 970,000 followers in the span of like 24 hours. So who did it really affect? Did you get your like little, shots out saying Barstool's trash? Are you guys done with that now? Okay, because when you're done, like I unfollowed people because I'm like, I can't deal with this. Like if you are just looking at an excuse to blindly say that Barstool is like horrible, you guys are just idiots. I can't deal with it. So anyways, you guys can have your hot takes, whatever. I'm gonna go take a quick break and we'll be right back after this. Hey, hopefully. We're back. Thank you for tuning into the Sprots Take Show. My name is GATT. I am the founder, host, MF CEO of Sprots Takes, which happens to be under my umbrella of my larger company, GATT Media, because that's what I do. I make little things, and then I make bigger things, and then I just keep going until I have all the things. I'm not going to run for president, don't worry. Yeah, my little like small political commentary there with the Marianne Williamson thing is probably the most you're going to hear from me at all with any sort of election stuff. So don't worry about it. I'm not going to be that person. So we figured out that the jackass of the week might actually be one specific person. What was I even going with that? We got to get to the hard knocks conversation no matter what. So we're done with Jackass of the Week. The real Jackass of the Week is anyone that is out there murdering people. Quit it. Fucking quit murdering people. That's it. Unless you work for, the U.S. I want to say military. Let's just say military, not government. Because murdering as a government employee, we all, I think, came together and realized that Epstein was not the one that killed himself. It was definitely a murder of some sort, but they made it look like he was, committed suicide. So that's great. So we all bonded about that this weekend. We all bonded about the fish tube thing this weekend. So there's just like a lot of other things to do besides murder people. I don't have a lot of like long answers or like long-term plan here, but dear God, please stop. Kansas City is better than this shit. The jackass of the week was that chick that was screaming outside Cigar Box, go back to your country. She has a kid. That's rough. That's really rough when you find out your parents are assholes. I've known for a long time, so it's really not that difficult to find out my parents are assholes. My parents are actually saints, so please ignore me saying that. It's for shock value. Duh. My favorite thing that has happened this week already is this incredible thing that has happened strictly because White Claw is a hard seltzer, aka seltzer with alcohol in it. Do I drink LaCroix? No. Do I drink sparkling water? No, I just drink regular water. Just drink regular water and eat the fruit that you want to eat. Why do you have to mix them together and then add carbonation? I don't really understand it, okay? So I'm going to try. I am really and truly going to try to understand the seltzer thing because I never really understood it, okay? I've been seltzer drunk once. We'll get to this. But there's now what is happening in the beverage world is Seltzer Wars. Yes, I'm going to take a drink while I say that. Seltzer Wars. Four Loko came out yesterday with a hard seltzer that nearly triples the alcohol content of a normal White Claw beverage. I'm horrified, okay? I'll just throw it out there. I am 900% horrified of a Four Loko hard seltzer because 14% alcohol, Four Loko already makes you black out, okay? Let's just be real. Kristen and I had 2 Four Loko, and that is all I remember about the evening. It's bad. It's go-go juice, but it's like blackout go-go juice. So if you are trying to black out, drink 2 Four Loko, actually probably only 1. I'm just a large person, so I might need more. I'm like a fucking rhino when it comes to drinking alcohol. So I might not be the best form of measurement to figure out how many you can have, reasonably that is, and responsibly. But Four Loko announced this hard seltzer, teased it. So I'm like, where can I buy it? First of all, like, you better not be joking about this because I have a friend that is moving. I don't know when, but I assume that she's moving. And we like to drink Four Loko and hard seltzer together. And I would like to do both at the same time with one product. So please announce when you're going to release this, or maybe I just need to do better research. It's probably the latter. But this is the same week that PBR and Natty Light have unleashed their hard seltzer that also has higher alcohol content than White Claw. So they're really just capitalizing on the fact that school's about to be back in session. Bros love their White Claws. Chicks love their White Claws. But what do bros and chicks in freaking college like even more than loyalty to White Claw? They like getting fucked up for as little money as possible. So Natty Light and PBR, good job. Four Loko, this better be real. triple the alcohol content of a White Claw. So for every 3 White Claws you drink, not a math major, you can just drink 1 Four Loko. I mean, it's fiscally and like calorically, if that's a word, responsible. I'm just saying, it's gonna get turnt. So is seltzer really that exciting that we need to dedicate an entire fucking section for it? Yes, mostly because it's taken over the summer. Everything is a refresher. I think what everyone's trying to say is we're fucking tired of domestic beer. We have evolved in taste. I haven't. I did try a summer drink at the Peanut. It was made with Kiki, Malibu, and something else, but it was green. It was, let's just put it this way. Everyone in the bar, since I go there all the time, or usually do when I'm not busy as fuck, everyone in the bar was like, yo, wait, what? GATT didn't order a Miller Lite? Because it's like, I walk in the Peanut and, you know, someone's tweeting, hey guys, I'm 3 Miller Lites deep at the Peanut and GATT's here. No one's actually tweeting that besides me. But I walk in the Peanut and they're just like, yeah, Miller Lite. Of course, I'll get it ready. Most times I don't even order, but I think I just fucked that up because now they're going to come over and be like, what is wrong with you? The thing is that I tried out new edibles that day. So I was a little bit not in the right zone. And when I'm super high, I think that's what I need to tell people, like, disclaimer, I will eat and drink things that I don't actually like. But I'm like, this tastes amazing. I love this. And I think it's funny because I'm like, oh, so that's what it takes for me to actually eat watermelon. I had a watermelon drink at brunch on my birthday weekend, and no one could believe that like Megan knows that I freaking hate watermelon. And she was just like, what are you doing? Don't worry about it. I'm completely stoned out of my mind. Not right now. I'm completely fine. I'm drinking too much coffee is what it is. But like the night that I got seltzer water drunk, I was at the lake and it was just like the only thing that was available. And once you start drinking seltzer, like hard seltzer, it's kind of hard to jump back to beer. So it's like, this is awful if I try to do that. So I stuck with it, but I got seltzer water drunk and I was not expecting to do that. So after that, I was just like, I feel gross, but I felt refreshingly not hungover the next day, which was weird. I was not expecting to not be hungover. It was a little strange to have that happen. So maybe it's a thing. Either way, I'm impressed by the Seltzer Wars. I did not know that 2019 was going to bring us such carbonated water problems. Very bizarre. So that is pretty much what I'm getting to, is that the summer of seltzer might be the thing now. It might not be hot girl summer. It is just seltzer summer. But let's see what else we have coming up. I talked about skip day earlier, so I don't have to talk about that. But let's see, this week, it is an away game for the Kansas City Chiefs for preseason. We're going to the Steelers, which I know that normally I would just be like, it's preseason, who cares? But I really enjoy watching Mahomes like pick on the Steelers. Like, Steelers game last year was probably one of my favorite games because I 100% knew in my mind we're not going to win this game. Heinz Field, intimidating. Just being in Pittsburgh, I think like the standard of air quality is so low that you just don't get all the oxygen you're supposed to get. So that kind of makes sense why Steelers fans are so fucking obnoxious. But I just knew that it wasn't going to be the right road game for him to go in and win. That's just how I thought it was going to go. I was wrong. And I'm so glad I was wrong, because I didn't want to be that homer that's like, Mahomes can beat anybody, anywhere, anytime. As we can tell against the Patriots, not quite true. Wasn't Mahomes' fault. But just because we have Mahomes doesn't mean that we can beat everybody at all the time, like anytime. So I just needed to remind myself of that. Casual. So I just want them to go in and pick on the Steelers. Where will I be? I will be at a watch party. You might be invited to it. You might not be. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it because it's not a public event. Then we have the 24th. The next Chiefs game is going to be at Arrowhead, playing against the 49ers, who we opened up against last year. And And then obviously our home opener is not until, damn, it's going to be really rough. It's going to be on my half birthday though. So I'm really pumped about that. I can't wait for that. But anyways, that's going to be on the 22nd of September. I will be 31 and a half years old. I hope they fucking guard me at the home opener too, because I will have my ID. I will be ready. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, but I'm not really looking forward to the preseason shit. Obviously, we're going to have a show next week, so I don't really have to recap that for you. I'm trying to get my cohort in the Skip Day Kansas City plan to jump in here and talk with me, jump into my new studio. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I need to come up with like a cooler hook than SportsCenter. Doesn't everybody need to come up with a cooler hook than SportsCenter? Like, come on. But anyways, so we are going to be back on next Wednesday. Let's see what else we have until then. I'm not doing fantasy football this week for Sprots States because I'm going to be in 2 competitive ones that I actually need to focus on. I will be doing fantasy football advice for the first time in a while. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to check out my Twitter, Instagram, all that. It's just Sprots GATT. It's real simple. I like to keep it simple, really simple, because it's the end of summer, basically. School starts Blue Valley tomorrow. Kansas City school's already started. I mean, everyone's just kind of like, great, we're over this. Now it's time to buckle down. But you have one last chance, August 29th. I'm going to post the link. You guys should obviously be there. I'm making a bunch of people skip work because it is Labor Day weekend, the Thursday before. You're not going to be working on Friday. You're not going to be paying attention anyways. So even if you take the day off Friday and just come out and join us whenever you're off work, that works too. We're here for it all. So check it out. The links are going to be in the podcast episode, and I want to say in the bio, but no. They're going to be in our link tree on Sprots State's Instagram and all that. So thank you guys for tuning in. I know that this was not the most organized thing in the world, but I'm just glad we got it done. We did it. Here we are. When you're here, you're here. So thank you guys for tuning in. My name is GATT, and we will be back next Wednesday. Bye-bye.